Hey, what's up guys? Jimbo here with a very special video. I got a lot to cover in this one, so please bear with me. We got a lot of news tidbits, announcements, and all kinds of fucking awesome going on here. Okay, well, first and foremost, before we get into the other stuff, just want to, I normally don't do this. I normally try to save this stuff for the review, but you know, I'm so stoked about this. What the hell, right? Okay, well, as I'm sure pretty much anyone who's ever looked at my channel is aware, I'm a really big fan of the Ruger SR9. This is my very first gun review that I did over a year ago. It's my very first firearm that I ever purchased. Love it, love taking it to the range, love shooting it. It's awesome. Have not had a single issue with it yet, with the exception of crappy Winchester white box ammo. I have not had any type of technical malfunction with this gun whatsoever, and last I checked, I've got about 2,500 rounds through it. So for a $398 gun that is made right here in the good old US of A, Ruger, outstanding job with this. I will never trade this or sell this. This will always be a part of my collection. And then after I did that one, I was the first person on YouTube to do an actual review of the Ruger SR9C. I got it basically right after it came out. You know, as soon as it was available at my gun shop, I picked one up because I loved this so much. I said, oh man, this would make a great carry gun. And after I got a chance to shoot it, which was literally like 20 minutes after I picked it up from the shop, you know, I noticed the trigger was improved, the recoil management was just awesome. You know, the overall feel and control of the gun, especially for a compact gun, was just outstanding. I mean, that just amazed me how good this was, but how much better that this was. And these two were the same price, $398 brand new. So I love this one to date. This is still my carry gun, guys. I love this thing to death. I put probably close to about 2,000 rounds to this thing. Again, excuse me, not one single malfunction, with the exception of Winchester white box ammo. Guys, that's the only ammo that I've really ever had an issue with. For some reason, when I shoot it through either of these guns, some of them it's kind of hit and miss. Like it will click, and basically the round will not fire. And when we check the round, the cap basically has an indentation in it, like the striker pin hit it. So I know it's making contact, and every single round that we find has that little indentation but does not fire. We put it back in and it fires the second time, every single time. I do not know exactly why this is, but my buddy Edge Weapon 88 Keelan, in my opinion, has the best theory. The Winchester white box goes through his Glocks like no issue whatsoever. So when he was taking his guns down, he noticed that the striker pin on the Glock is significantly larger than it is on the Rugers here. And larger typically indicates that it's got more weight behind it. So my guess would be that Winchester white box is a little bit less sensitive than other types of 9mm ammunition, meaning it requires more of a jolt against the cap in order to actually fire. I fired Federal, Winchester, or regular Winchester rather, Remington, even the crappy Toll ammo, Russian stuff, and both of these things just eat it up. You know, no issues with those at all. It just destroys them. I fired several type of jacketed hollow points to it. Again, no issues whatsoever. So I don't really consider that a hit against the gun, guys, because the gun itself is not malfunctioning. It's basically just a flaw in the round. So, you know, again, I cannot criticize Ruger. I cannot fault them for that. To me, that's just a fault on ammo. It's not faulty ammo per se, because it will go through other guns. It just Winchester doesn't seem to mesh very well with Ruger. So, you know, you guys can take that for what it's worth. That's just my 2 cents. Okay, so we covered those two, and then as you guys saw in my last force multiplier video, I unveiled my third purchase, the Ruger LCP. I haven't really given you guys a close-up of this yet, so I'll do that now. As you can see, I got this in the OD green version. Just an FYI, guys, all of these guns have been checked. Since I'm holding this one, I'll go ahead and show you. It's clear. There's nothing in the magazine. I'm not an idiot. I know how to check my guns. Anyways, so as you can see, I got the special OD green version, which I thought was really cool. I'm glad I held out and did not get the standard version. Not because I think it's bad looking or anything like that. This thing looks great in black on black. It's just, a lot of people have reviewed this gun. It's a very popular gun, and I don't know, I guess I just wanted to bring something a little bit different to the table and maybe show you guys something else. I didn't really see much on YouTube about this, and kind of had to jump through a couple of hoops to get one, but I'm really glad I did. As you can see, I got the Hogue Handall Jr. grip on that. I can thank my good buddy Guitar Mikey for that suggestion. Awesome idea, dude, and you're absolutely right. This does make all the difference in the world. I have not done a review on this, guys. That'll probably be coming this spring once I have a chance to get it out and carry it. I bought this mainly for hiking purposes, just because it's lightweight. You can throw it in a pocket holster and it fits right in your cargo pocket. I haven't really had a chance to do that. I will carry it outside, regular carry, and I'll put this through the paces, and I'm going to shoot the shit out of this thing every chance I get. So, you know, I really am not comfortable doing a review yet, guys, so you'll have to excuse my, my hesitation on that. I want to give you guys the best review that I can. I really feel I hit the nail on the head, both of these, and not that I did the greatest review in the world, but I gave you the best review that I can give you on either of these. So I'd really like to do the same treatment for the Ruger LCP because I feel that it deserves it. So far, I like it. I have a couple of, you know, just minor gripes with it. The trigger is a little bit long. I knew that going in because it's a double action only gun. But, you know, I mean, I have not had any issues with it. No jams, no misfeeds, no misfires, nothing like that. So far it's performed flawlessly. It is going to take some getting used to because it's so different from a striker fire gun, which is, you know, all I've ever owned. But, you know, for what it is, I like it. You know, I can understand why it's so popular. You know, it's a cool little gun. So, as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3 here, and you're wondering, is there a number 4? Yes, there is, actually. I just picked this up yesterday and took it to the range immediately because I was so stoked for it. This one has also been very widely reviewed on YouTube, but I have not seen many videos on this particular version. This is the Ruger LCR, but boys and girls, I'm not sure if this is showing up on camera. Probably not. Let me see if I can get it close enough. There we go. As you can see written right there on the barrel, 357 Magnum. This is the special version of the Ruger LCR. The standard version just fires regular 38 special. This one's a little bit more expensive since it's they beefed up the hardware on it. The standard model is aluminum right here, and this one is actually made of steel, so it's about 4 ounces heavier. Still has the same polymer frame, same grip. The dimensions are the same, with the exception of the weight, you know, in that it's basically it's 17 ounces instead of about 13. Other than that, the guns are identical. Again, this will fire 38 special, just like any other 357 Magnum, and I don't know. I mean, I'd never shot a Magnum pistol before, so that was kind of the main thrust behind me wanting to get one of these. Is I wanted to get the LCR anyway, and I'm like, well, you know, I could get 38 special, or I could spend like 70 more bucks and have a gun that'll shoot 357 Magnum or 38 special. So I thought about it and thought about it. I'm like, you know what the hell? I'm just gonna spring the extra 70 bucks and get it. And I've only been to the range with this once. I put about 3 50-round boxes of 38 special through it and 1 box of 357 Magnum. Little something I want to show you here. Not sure if you can see that right there, but that's courtesy of Mr. 357 Magnum. Not exactly sure how that happened. I was just at the range, and towards the end I just noticed I had a big piece of skin hanging off my thumb. My guess was, again guys, this has been cleared. It's empty, it's safe, so gun Nazis, chill. Okay, my guess is basically that since my thumb rests up here against the grip, and I was holding it so tight, and the jolt on the 357 Magnum is so severe that the gun was basically throwing back up in my hand, and this part was just causing a little friction and just basically just blew the skin clear off my hand. Again, it didn't really hurt really bad. I honestly thought it was really funny more than anything else, but yeah, 357 Magnum in this gun is an experience. Let's put it that way. 38 Special, as far as the recoil, is roughly the same as shooting the LCP. It's, you know, because these are both lightweight guns and those are both pretty serious loads of firepower. You know, so it does give you a little bit of pop, and it is controllable. Again, I have not had a lot of experience shooting revolvers, guys. My old man has a 38 Special. He's got an old school, I think it's the 4-inch barrel Smith & Wesson. I mean, the gun's older than I am. I've shot that plenty of times, but guys, that's an all steel gun. That's a lot heavier than this is, probably double the weight of this. So it's a lot easier to manage your shots on this. With this, because it's so small, it's so lightweight, you got such a shorter barrel. I mean, you get a lot of pop in this thing. I will say this though, and a lot of people have made this note, the Hogue Tamer grips that come standard on this thing really make the difference. What the Tamer does is you've got a gel insert that's right here. If you push on this with your thumb, it's kind of spongy and squishy. Really makes the difference because it right there in the nook of your hand, which is where you're taking most of the jolts of the recoil, because it's going straight back into your hand like that. If it wasn't for this, I probably would not like shooting this gun whatsoever. It is still, you know, like I said, an experience to shoot 357 Magnums for it, because it's like a pressure wave hits your entire body, you know. It's so much different. I was only shooting 110 grains through it, so I definitely need to do it more. I need more practice. Again, I have not had a lot of revolver practice. I'm getting pretty good with my automatics as far as my accuracy, because I've shot these things so much, but revolvers are something a little bit new to me. But again, review will be coming probably this summer on this thing. I did buy this to be a carry gun, not so much to replace the Ruger SR9C, just to give myself some options here. You know, I've always wanted to have a revolver. Again, I love shooting my old man's 38 Special, so you know, I figured I'd follow it up and I'd, you know, get my own version, you know, my generation's version of the old school wheel gun. And just, guys, I want to go ahead and point something out, because I haven't seen anyone else do this in a video. Let me take the SR9 out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, right here in front of you, 2008, Handgun of the Year. 2009, Handgun of the Year. 2010, Handgun of the Year. 3 consecutive years, Ruger Firearms pulled it off. To the best of my knowledge, no other firearms company has ever done that for 3 straight years. And they may actually do it again with either the SR40 or the LC9 this year. I guess we'll see. But I just thought that was kind of cool that I've actually got all 3. I don't know why the hell this didn't win Firearm of the Year. I think it's a damn good gun, but you know, I'm biased. Guys, just for the record, I've had a bunch of people ask me this. Guys, I am not a brand snob. I have absolutely no issue with any of the other firearm companies. You guys have seen me shoot, you know, do force multiplier and shoot my buddy Keelan Edge Weapon 88's guns. I like all of his guns. I like Glocks. I like his Kimber. You know, I like his AR. I like his shotguns. I have nothing against any other brand. It's just, you know, people think that when you're buying, you know, this gun from this brand, this gun from this brand, and so on and so forth, that that's the only thing you're going to buy. Guys, that's not true. First of all, I want a 1911, and Ruger doesn't make one. So, and you know, unless they decide to do that, and I would look at it if they did, I'm going to have to go elsewhere, and that's fine. I do like Springfield XDs. I do like I said, Glocks. I have not had a chance to shoot a Smith & Wesson M&P, but my good buddy Gwyn 1975 says they're awesome, and given that he's a competitive pistol shooter, I'm going to take him at his word that he knows what he's talking about. So, you know, guys, you're going to see more from me than just Ruger. It's just, these 4 pistols are basically what I set out to get from the very beginning. This was my first one, my first experience, you know, with a we'll call it a modern Ruger firearm. And I loved it so much, and as soon as this one came out, I was like, I've got to have it. You know, then I'd seen the LCP right before this came out. I was like, oh man, that looks really cool. You know, I'd watch the videos on it. A lot of my good friends on here, like Guitar Mikey and Cajun Blaze, and some of you other guys. There was one person who just got it recently. I apologize, the name is escaping me right now. I will annotate it. Sorry about that, dude. Just got one of these. I mean, these are popular guns. You know, I've done my homework on them, and Willowwood 47, that's who it is. Sorry, dude. You know, got these are popular firearms, and you know, I saw this one, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get that. Then this came out, and I'm like, oh damn, I need to get the compact. You know, then I finally got around to getting one of these. There was a pretty long gap of time between these, and then, you know, Uncle Sam, as my buddy Guitar Mikey said, Uncle Sam showed up with the check, and you know, which one of us that collects firearms and likes firearms isn't gonna go get a gun or a knife with it? I mean, at least one. You know, come on. So I know the rest of you out there are thinking about that. So that's pretty much what I did with my LCR. I spent part of my review. I did spend the rest of it pretty much wisely and got a few things. I did buy a few knives with it, but you know, I paid off a little bit of debt and, you know, try to do the responsible thing with it. But guys, being responsible does not mean that you cannot have fun. You know, I mean, what's the point of having all the money in the world if you can't spend it on the things that you truly enjoy? And I think that's why we're all here, guys. We're here because we have a passion for this stuff, for guns, for knives, for gear. This is really just a forum where we can all discuss this stuff and geek out, you know, about the things that we like. These are our passions. That's probably why we get arguments, why debates start getting heated, because we are passionate about these subjects. So, you know, I'm not an expert, guys. I am not, you know, a professional reviewer or this or that. I'm not a professional anything when it comes to this kind of stuff. I'm just a guy who likes these things, you know, like most of you are. So I'm just doing this to kind of show you my side of things, you know, maybe hopefully provide some insight and some info and maybe, you know, a different perspective on things. So that being said, just take my videos into account with that in mind. that this is just my opinion on things and the way I see them. And obviously, as you can see, I like Ruger. I think they're freaking awesome, and they're American, so it's even better. But guys, again, I'm sorry, you're going to see other guns from me. I promise you, you will, that are not Ruger. There are a few more Ruger guns I like. You know, there's the GP100, the SP101. They make a lot of good guns, guys. That's the problem. So if I had to blame anybody for why I buy Rugers, I blame Ruger, because they keep making fucking awesome guns for cheaper than anyone. I mean, I don't know how they do it, and they make it on US soil. So they just keep kind of cranking out the hits, and that's why I keep buying them, you know, God bless them. So, but I mean, guys, you will see me have a Glock one day. You'll see me with an XD. You'll probably see me with an M&P. You will absolutely see me with a 1911. I've wanted to own one of those since I was a little kid. That may even be next. You know, now that I've got the revolver, I've got the 380, got the compact 9, got the full size 9. Those 4 criteria are met. Now it's time to move on to the next thing. That may be 1911 for me, probably. But, you know, we'll see. Things change. Life happens, right? Okay, wow, holy shit, I've been talking for almost 16 minutes. That went on way longer than I thought it was. I apologize for that, guys. But this is, you know, just my kind of foreshadowing, I guess you could say, for things to come from the Mr. Jimbo Fox channel. You see me talk about these two ad nauseum. You haven't really seen me talk about these two. You've seen this in action. You haven't seen this in action yet. Hopefully I'll have the review on this ready in the very near future, and I'm really going to put this one through the paces and keep going and just, you know, see what I think about it. So far, I like it. It's very, very different from any gun that I own, and that's what I like about it, because it is different. You know, it's different to shoot. It's different to hold. It's just a different world altogether. Different is good. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. Battery died. I just want to thank you guys so much for your time, taking the time to watch this video. I look forward to putting out the reviews for the LCP and the LCR. I'll be doing some range videos with them, so please stay tuned on that. Thank you everyone so much who has supported my channel thus far. I really appreciate you guys' time, especially the content makers out there doing the same thing I am. You guys know what we have to go through to put videos out here, so I absolutely appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy schedule to check out my videos, and I do my best to get back to your channels and check out your videos as well. So, as always, guys, stay fit, stay strong, stay supreme. Take care, guys.